The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution, because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself.
There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here in Vegas.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch 18, 18's the mic. And here we go, watch the pass.
Throwing now is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Right now. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense.
Now Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st down, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect?
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2 touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Carr now on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields sliding out of the pocket. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. To throw is Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Watch 18. 29. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 18. Mike.
To throw his car. Catch made. It's Moreau. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Mike 18.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On first down, Jacobs. A little juke, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Carr completes it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 4. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ready. Pittsburgh. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On second down, Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
What we got?
Fields on third down. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there, a 22. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Horsted. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
44's the mic. 44's mic.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Bears are very happy to have Tariq Cohen back for situations just like this. 150 catches combined in 2018 and 19, but hurt his knee in week 3 a year ago. Having his shifty moves and great hands, a terrific asset for their offense.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college.
Taking it right down Broadway.
All day, baby. Come on.
Touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
And you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Double tight. Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Here's Fields. Flush to his right. The throw fighting its target, the tight end Horsted. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
you were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Let's go. 60 yards. 42. I got you.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Cairo Sanchez to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35.
This is too easy
Touchdown
right here.
Raiders.
Too easy.
Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Once more, Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Cohen. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Bears 28. Cairo Sanchez, the kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. But hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carried around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Watch 18.
Jacobs now. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
High throw, but he makes the catch.
John Brown in his 8th season in the NFL now spent the last 2 in Buffalo. Snagged that one for a nice catch.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Carr. Touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Check. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Bang, 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 bang.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off play action, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 42.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Ready? Mike 42. Mike 42.
From the 50, here's Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Running for it, Montgomery. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
29. 29. What's up?
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Carr gonna throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Come on, QB, come on.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Ready? 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Here it comes. Here it comes.
From the gun, here's Fields. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
44's the mic. 44's mic.
One play action, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on second down. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Fields on first down. This is caught by Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go. Go to base. Check, check. Yeah. 44's the mic.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time.
And the Raiders have got him. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Now, 18's the mic. 180. 180, we're good. 180.
Carr going to throw here. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, 40 yards. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here hope that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Fields.
Flush to his right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Check, 42's the mic. All day, baby, all day.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Check pass, slam, topper.
Fields now to throw.
And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now it's Fields.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Back to throw. Fields.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Lee, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, and when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. A big